Jesus. What is that?
Beth, we should go.
After a shipment of cocaine goes missing in the mountain woods, drug runners try to recover it. Meanwhile, a mother searches for her runaway daughter, and everyone in the region realizes the dark truth of the situation. A bear is now on a coke-induced killing spree. Cocaine Bear is a fun movie that attempts to be two types of movies in one, with mixed results. On one hand, it's a comedy movie. Cocaine Bear is loosely based on a true story with a what-if scenario added to it. It is often humorous due to its incredulity, and the characters in the movie often point out the ridiculousness of the situation. There are jokes relating to the skills and abilities of the bear, how it can move so fast and then vanish into the bushes. There are also a lot of shocking, comically violent and gory death scenes. While all of these moments add to the levels of humour in the movie, they rarely ever amount to anything smart or truly hilarious. Cocaine Bear is fun, primarily because of its core idea and concept, but the movie rarely ever pushes that concept enough to truly capitalise on its potential. In many ways, it feels like the movie is holding back for the sake of some realism or perhaps a potential sequel. Part of the reason the humour doesn't always work is because the other half of the movie is a monster horror movie. Cocaine Bear often plays out like a Halloween or an Alien movie, with characters panicking and fleeing and the bear stalking them from the bushes. As a horror movie, it's well shot and paced, doing a good job of framing certain moments, concealing certain details and adding a sense of unknown dread into scenes where the bear could be watching from a distance. There's a good sense of suspense and tension in these scenes, building up to an inevitable shock or surprise. The movie as a whole, however, is not very well paced, with several lulls that fail to incite laughs or induce scares. Sadly, as good as the horror in the movie is, it also never reaches its full potential because the comedic moments and the silliness of the movie and events in it weaken the resultant impact of the horror. For example, we know by the title and the opening moments of the movie what the main threat and fear is. It's a CGI bear. Knowing what's causing the terror immediately makes it less terrifying. It doesn't help when the CGI conveying the bear is not always convincing, with certain shots and framing deliberately cutting the bear out to reduce budget and hide the limitations of the movie. For the most part, the horror and comedy are fine, but they are often weakened by one another, limiting Cocaine Bear's hilarity and scare factors. Not helping matters are the characters. The characters are well cast and acted, with a plethora of familiar names and faces in the movie, sometimes playing a little against type too. Each character has a unique personality and look, making them clearly defined as individuals, but beyond the basic reason for them being on the mountain, there's very little to any of them. While some of the characters like Margot Martindale steal every scene they're in because they're clearly having fun playing a character they rarely get to portray, others like Ray Liotta and O'Shea Jackson Jr. are stereotypes, playing roles they've done many times before, even if they do a good job here. The big problem with the characters is that the movie lacks a clear protagonist. It rarely gives us a reason to care about any of the characters, and it barely gives us any backstory on most of them. The movie constantly shifts focus and perspective, never narrowing in on a true lead or giving us enough reason to root for one over another. The characters are primarily in the movie to be cannon fodder for the bear, tools to be thrown into gory death scenes and little else. Cocaine Bear has a fun concept, and it executes on that concept in some funny and horrific scenes. The comedy is often okay, but rarely hilarious, and the horror is effective but lacks the impact it could have had. While fun, it could have been much more fun and perhaps zanier and crazier. The big weakness of the movie are the characters, who are hard to care for and are only there to be thrown at the bear.